Improve bone density, strength, balance, and overall longevity with OsteoStrong Hickory. Call 828-270-0918.
Talking Hickory FC in Sports Today, I'm Jason Savage along with Tom Daly and Eric Levin, part of the ownership group of Hickory FC, your national premier soccer league national champions. That is not going to be a thing I will ever forget saying in my life.
Say it again.
National Premier Soccer League national champions. I'm so happy to say national twice. So obviously a huge win. And Tom, I want to talk to you first. You played soccer. You've had the opportunity, now part of this ownership group. What is it like to kind of transition from being a player to being in this role and now being a part of something that, you know, while you may not have done it on the field with this team, obviously you were a huge part of it by being an ownership group?
Yeah, I think I still kick every single ball, just in a different kind of way, right? I think for the fans that see me at the stadium, typically pacing, you know, back and forth and covering my eyes and whatnot when stuff's happening. So still kicking every ball, just in a different way, but definitely a more unique perspective, but just enjoying being, you know, still connected to the game and whatnot.
We have threatened to put a kid on him from time to time if we've had some injuries.
That's right.
Yeah, I think you could give us maybe a good, 6 or 7 minutes before you burn out?
Well, as I say, you'd have to attach an oxygen tank to my back, I think, to get more than 5 minutes.
6 or 7 minutes, that's not bad. That's just stoppage time in a national championship.
Well, it takes Palachi, about 2 minutes to score a goal?
Apparently that's all you need.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Hey, you could have been man of the match.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, that's all it takes. Eric, and you and I have talked off air a lot about, you know, just how all this has been and just the unbelievable success in 2 years. And I think what threw me the other day was when I saw Men in Blazers pick up the story about Hickory FC. And I'm just sitting here going, okay, I was so focused on national that I forgot that this is kind of a worldwide, soccer is a worldwide sport. This is making waves internationally, and what that can do for just the area of Hickory, North Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, you almost have to pause and think about that for just a second. Our team represents 13 different countries, just our team. But then when you have outlets like Men in Blazers posting about the championship and the city Hickory blasted all over that, how many countries did we say Men in Blazers touches?
Oh, I don't even know. I know the stream itself, right?
It was pushing 40, almost 40,
yeah.
almost 40 countries, and pushing 12 to 15,000 views at this point. So when you think about, you know, people hearing about Hickory, North Carolina, Western North Carolina, Lenore-Rhine University, Moret Stadium, over and over again, you got to take a minute and really think about those connections and what that can mean for this part of the country going forward, not only from a football or soccer perspective, but just an overall community pride and growth perspective. It's pretty special.
My 12-year-old son said it best. He's like, talking about countries and stuff, he's like, there's probably like 6 out of 7 continents that now know about Hickory FC, and maybe there was a scientist in Antarctica that was watching it after all. So it could be all 7 continents.
Your son said that?
My son said that.
That's
he's
fantastic.
brilliant.
Cool.
I know.
Great.
So brilliant. I don't know why I'm doing this job. He should be asking you guys the questions. Tom, the attendance, and there was so much talk about how big it got over the course of just even from last year beginning and now where we're at now. I mean, is this anything that you could have ever predicted, and what do we do next for next season?
Yeah, it's funny, I was saying to Eric the other day while we were out in San Francisco, I happened to the other day to just look at the old sort of P&L, if you want to call it that I built kind of when we were first looking at everything. And I think we had the attendance number sort of based on like 1,000 at home in Moretz. And
well, I think that number was just hoping that we wouldn't,
I guess. Yeah,
we wouldn't
and then,
like lose our homes over
it.
Right.
And then, 6,247, of course, the national semi-final. What a number. I mean, and
think about that as a percentage of the population of this town. 40,000-ish?
Yeah, which I would like to see another team, honestly, anywhere near that sort of capture rate, whether they're minor league or not. And then when you think about the growth from last season, record attendance in last season was 3,550 for the home playoff game against Columbus where we lost in the last 16, and now our average attendance this year was just under 4,000. And again, that speaks to the community, that speaks to obviously what we're all doing right, and the passion behind all this. So incredible.
Moret seats 8,500. You guys are going to have to start removing tarps.
Bring us a problem.
We talked about that the last game. We have
You and I did, yeah.
That's right. We think this whole tarp.
This could actually.
The tarp looks real good on the stream, but so do a whole bunch of people.
Tell me about it. Eric, the final question, and really the final comment in all this is, I thought it was awesome. Coach Carlos Rubio, who has done an incredible job with the young men on the field, really has bought into the community aspect of this team and has brought that to the players as well. And I think that's incredible because I don't know if people recognize that before they take the field, Coach would say, all right, guys, Hickory, 1, 2, 3, and they would chant Hickory. And it kind of helped encapsulate that community feel for that team. And they bought in, and obviously with the fans in attendance, everybody fell in love with it.
I dreamt last night about Hickory on me, Hickory on 3. I almost get emotional when I start to say it. And so, yes, that is ingrained in our brains. You know, when we started this, we talked about starting with a coach that obviously can bring something special as it relates to championships, but more importantly, someone that understood the value of community and then put that as part of the, you know, our logo has roots, and those roots are the connection to the community, and it has to start there. And Coach Rubio and his staff represent everything that's right, not only about sports, but about just humanity in general. And so, yeah, we won a national championship, and that's pretty amazing. But the human beings, the players, the coaching staff, the staff of the club, they really, really get it when it comes to Hickory on me, Hickory on 3.